So me walking into a Ghanaian church, regardless of what you believe in, and seeing a white Jesus, cousin, that's a little bit offensive to me.
Yeah.
Not saying it's wrong, but why does Jesus have to be white?
Welcome back to the YouTube channel. It's your favorite content creator, King Anan. On this channel, I create content on how to bridge the gap between continental Africans and the African American diaspora. So if this topic is something that you'd like to learn more about, please go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel, click on the thumbs up, and then also go ahead and click the notification bell so anytime I upload a video, you can get notified so you can jump onto the channel and watch the video. This video is going to be a part 2 of the conversation that I had last week with the gentleman, Mo Cheatham, who currently lives in Ghana, who originates out of Detroit, Michigan. That was a really interesting video, and it had a lot of engagement, some interesting comments on this channel. So if you haven't watched that video, I'm going to go ahead and drop a link of that video. Please go ahead and watch that first and then come back and watch this one. Okay, so this is gonna be a part 2 of that video. So go ahead and check it out. I did want to ask you, like, when you first started going to Ghana, what were some of the differences that you came across? Like, did you experience any culture shock?
Yeah, obviously Ghana is a English speaking nation. They say that English is a national language.
Right.
So as I was talking in our regular tone, I didn't realize that Ghana was more connected to the UK and that American English is broken. Right. So in my dialect, my tone, and my slang, Ghanaians are a very respectful people. So they don't like to cut you off. They don't like to combat you. They don't even like to even bring any indifference. Mm-hmm. So when I was speaking with my family and speaking with people, people just nod, yes, yes, yes. But as I was trying to get things done, it never got done or got done the way I wanted to.
Right.
So until maybe about like the third trip, my uncle said, "Come here." I said, "What's going on, Uncle?" He said, "Do you understand that nobody knows what the hell you're talking about? All you say is blah, 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 blah." And he was like, "We're tired of just nodding at you." Because I didn't know the local language.
Right,
so in saying that is my tonation that we have to slow down sometimes. We have to understand is that we're in a different country, you know what I'm saying? And we have to be respectful of who they are. Mm-hmm. I'm speaking so fast and not understanding why people aren't understanding me. Right. So I just had to take that easy. So that was one of the situations.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, so do you understand Ghana or speak a little bit of it at all now?
So embarrassingly, no.
It's
sad. It's sad. I'm called a lost guy. My family laughs at me. They just cussed me out last week. You need to learn, guy. And it's selfish, bro. I've been here 4 years.
Yeah. My wife is actually Ghana.
Okay.
Yeah, and what's even funny is her father, who's passed away, God rest his soul. Her father's family is actually from Jamestown.
Hey.
He said, "Hey."
So let me explain, because I want a lot of people to understand Jamestown or some of these neighborhoods, so they understand like what Jamestown was. Jamestown was your typically urban neighborhood. You feel me? Where a lot of the guys came to settle. The guys are a smaller tribe, but it's by the Atlantic Ocean. My father explained to me that Jamestown was one of the sites where basically the colonialists settled.
Yep.
The British, the Dutch, the Swedes, and they all had forts. Mm-hmm. But what they did was they made sure that those were the individuals who went to school and they educated them. Mm-hmm. So my father would tell me is you had these family homes like just on one block, the Opokus, the Cheathams, all type of names. These family households would consist of 40 to 100 people that stay. They're huge, like in 20 bedrooms. Mm. So all the cousins, the aunties, and the uncles grew up in this house. So all the cousins grew up as brothers and sisters. Mm-hmm. Now imagine on one block, you had 20 of these houses. Within my father's house, he literally grew up with 30, 40 kids. Wow. It was they all ate together. They all were brothers and sisters. Mm-hmm. So when they stepped out, they were Teshy house. You feel me? Mm-hmm. They were the Bruces. But across the street, you might have had the Cortez. They 60 deep. So on my father's one block, he would say, I literally grew up with 600 kids on my block.
Wow.
You know, and that's not to talk about the other 50 blocks in Accra.
Right.
So that's just to let you know the love and the camaraderie that people see when they didn't leave.
Next question I have for you is like, what are some of the sites or different places that you visited in Ghana? You know, I know you probably stretched outside Accra because Accra is not the only place in Ghana. Everybody,
thank you.
Always talks about Accra, and that's fine because Accra is the capital city. That's the kind of cosmopolitan place in Ghana, but there's more places in Accra. So tell us some of the places that you've traveled to or visited to, and how has it made a difference in you and your spirit? How did your spirit connect with those type of places?
So man, that's a great question. I'm so glad that you just said that, bro. That is key. Accra is not the only place in Ghana.
Right.
Accra is actually a concrete jungle that mimics any urban city.
Yeah.
So I don't think if you don't get a chance to step outside of Accra that you get to see the real beauty in Ghana. I got a chance to travel to the Volta region, which is beautiful. It's lush in Ghana's natural state. Now it's a horrible drive up there, but once you get there, you start to see the lushness, the green, the vegetation of Ghana, the people. You know, it's like a real organic mind state. So I love the Volta region, should I say? I think everybody should visit there. The northern region, okay. I really appreciate it, and you have to take a flight there. You cannot drive to the northern region of Ghana. Let me be clear.
Yeah.
You have to take a flight. It's only a hour and a half flight, not far at all. Very inexpensive. You can travel from Accra, but you also have to travel outside is to see the opportunities invested in Ghana. Let me be clear, around Accra is tapped and it's very expensive. So I think that our people need to travel, also see the other opportunities in the communities where the women are doing shea butter, where they're doing so much farming, they're doing so much leather exports and things of that nature. But one of my favorite places I have to say was Cape Coast. And I know that's just standard.
Right.
Cape Coast, because one, and I hate to say this, there's a large African American population there that has really built up a great relationship with the community. Like it's almost symbiotic. So, and I'm not talking about Cape Coast, Elmina, the slave castles. I'm talking about the central region, traveling outside of those places. It's just so much warming and welcome. And more importantly, let me say this, why is the people. I'm not talking about anything else, is the people. Western region. Didn't go to Sekari, but Takoradi.
Right.
The Western region is the most,
as they call it.
Yeah, I you got me. You know, still in my American. The Western region is one of the most beautiful regions you can see, and it's untapped. The beaches are untouched. It's just a beautiful place. So yeah, brother. To be quite honest, is I really forced myself to travel outside places that people didn't know, and fell in love with it all. I talk about the exchange between African Americans who are actually Africans and Ghanaians who are Africans, and that we're one, but we each have something to teach each other.
Absolutely.
Ghanaians are not Afrocentric. They are not taught the critical history of slavery or Africanism or learning their history or colonialism. It is not taught. And anytime you're not taught anything, you don't really go to learn it. So we're bringing that nature here of Black pride and let them know the power that they control, as the Chinese are here and the Lebanese have been here. But also, the Ghanaian brings to us an entrepreneurial spirit that we don't have in our urban neighborhoods, where they meet something out of nothing. So to lead that is, we have something to teach each other. Necessarily, when the African American comes here, and no disrespect to anybody, and their sole focus is on the past, which it should be the connection with Elmina and Cape Coast. Well, if you don't go touch the community and make those relationships specifically with the kids, your trip has been in vain.
Right.
Because the community's moving forward, bruh, and they trying to eat every day. And yeah, they know about that, but okay, how are we going to interact? How are you going to do that for us? So even with our travel company, we make sure that at the basic standpoint, we provide that community interaction. So those conversations can be discussed, even on a religious standpoint. You know, my cousin, and no disrespect to anybody, my cousin is a pastor. And we have these. I mean, obviously, I'm Christian. I go to churches, but we have these conversations where I tell them that specifically people in America are a little bit more critical of religion. We just don't believe everything. So me walking into a Ghanaian church, regardless of what you believe in, and seeing a white Jesus, cousin, that's a little bit offensive to me.
Yeah.
Not saying it's wrong, but why does Jesus have to be white?
Right.
And he couldn't answer those questions.
Right.
So it's the education, not the attack, but the education, the interaction, as you said, why they don't know about slavery.
Right.
Because it's not taught in the Western region, it's not pressed. So yeah, no doubt, brother.
In Ghana, a lot of Ghanaians don't look at things like that. For example, a white Jesus, or at least in the past, we never looked at. I remember being a child and going to Sunday school and looking at these books, Christian books, and just nothing but white children in there. And psychologically, it does something to you. You don't think about it, but you're being programmed in a certain way. You don't really look at it until you're much older and you start thinking about like, what has this foundation that has been put on me done to my, my mindset, Yeah. So
brother,
it's a lot of issues that we gotta work through as Black people, both, continental Africans and, African Americans in the diaspora, so.
But you're doing it though. You provide that foundation, brother.
Yeah, I'm trying to do what I can, because I believe, when I say that I'm trying to build a bridge, I'm not saying that like I'm a solution, but I understand both sides because I've lived amongst Black people. I went to a HBCU just like you did. Mm-hmm. My stepmom is African American. She grew up in Willis, Texas. And she taught me pretty much everything it's not like she actually taught me, but just by being around her and living with her, I learned a lot about Black people. And, she's lived in Ghana because she did the Peace Corps program, I think twice. Okay. And she lived in Ghana in the 70s, like before she even met my father here in the United States. So it's a lot. It's a lot that we got to go through, but cool. So being that we're both HBCU alumni, shout out to HU. You're FAMU, right?
So I went to Wiley College from 1991 to 93. Pledged Omega Psi Phi, Theta Chapter Q, Spring '92, art, and then transferred and graduated from FAMU. Okay. So yeah, we used to whip on y'all. We used to whip on y'all at Howard in the MEAC conference. Just let you know that. March 100, we will strike again. Shout out to them Rattlers.
I'm sure we got some in there on y'all, but
y'all did. Hey, look, y'all did. Y'all did. Y'all did. I'm over relishing.
So I actually don't live too far from Tallahassee. I'm in Pensacola. So
you're in Pensacola. Yeah. Okay.
That's about 3 hours, a 3-hour ride.
No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt.
But so I've been seeing on social media that some of your your frat brothers have been visiting Ghana, and it looks like y'all doing some things over there. Tell us about that. How you got your brothers to come down to visit you.
Just through a network. And I'm gonna say this even more importantly, because I'm more than a D9, and I think this is bigger than even a frat movement. I think that people want to come to Africa. They want to come to Ghana. But for the first time, they're able to really reach out to somebody that they know or that someone knows to ask the questions that they want to ask.
Right.
Hey, is Al Qaeda over there? Because I know they're over in Nigeria. Hey, man, monkeys running around on the street. You feel me? Am I going to be able to get some medical care? Those questions that people ask you. Right. So for the first time, being able to deal with somebody who could say, hey, listen, miss, I don't think you should stay in that hotel. Here's why. Okay. Hey, listen, I know you met him on the internet, but just hold on before you send him a plane ticket and accept his proposal.
Right.
Real intimate conversation. So saying that is, I think in the back of our mind, pre-COVID, that everybody always wanted to visit Africa. We just didn't have that link. So me being here with my network, HBCU network and others, is just opening up the gates for people to want to come,
Okay. Yeah, I think YouTube and social media has probably been one of the best things that happened for Africa in terms of like African Americans being open to actually setting foot on the soil. Because like ever since I've lived in America, whenever I told people that I was from Ghana, they would always ask like, what is it like? What is it like in Africa, and what is it like in Ghana? And I try to explain to them, but you can't really. It's hard to really explain to somebody what it's like, from just being younger, and like I went to the high school that I went to was like nothing but white kids, and being asked stupid questions like, do y'all live on trees? Do you have lions or monkeys running around?
Exactly.
A silly question like, why is your palm light and the other side of your hand dark? And I didn't even know how to answer.
Oh, wow.
They asked me, they asked me those type of questions, and at that time of my life, I didn't even know how to answer those type of questions. So those things are out there because I believe Americans have been miseducated on Africa purposely.
Yes.
Yeah, they would really, from information like National Geographic and stuff like that, where they show just the bad side of Africa, being the dark continent and whatnot. It's been a lot
on purpose, bro. It's on purpose. They have been coming here, brother. They have been coming here, and they do it everywhere from Cuba to everywhere else. And believe me, I have a very diverse group of friends. So I'm not on the Back to Africa movement. I have friends of all ethnicities. But what I realize is, even with the kids, is that initially that the kids didn't know how to interact with African Americans.
Right.
Because we weren't the ones who were coming. It was others who was coming to donate and interact with them. Right. They have been coming, and they've scared us into not coming.
Dropping a link of the your foundation and a Baby Like Me project, your Facebook contact information, Facebook page, and everything in the description section. So anybody who wants to partner with you, who wants to reach out, please go ahead and reach out to Maurice. I mean, he's really easy to reach out to. So I really enjoyed this conversation, brother. I really appreciate you taking the time out to join me on this call. And like I said, I'm hoping to be in Ghana at some point this year, and I definitely look to connect with you.
I'm here for you
once I get there.
I'm here for you.
So I really appreciate your time today. This is a great conversation, and hopefully we can have some more of these type of conversations down the line.
Brother, I appreciate you, man. And leaving you, I would just like to say to everybody, if you have any questions about anything about Ghana, obviously just reach out to you. Feel free to reach out to me. But just put it on your mind. You're planning any trips, you're planning anything, because I know Italy, Europe is definitely off the radar.
Right.
Why not Ghana? Yeah. Where the COVID rate is beating anything on a worldwide radar. They always had you thinking is that Western Africa didn't have themselves together on a medical level.
Yeah.
Now, lo and behold, look at Ghana.
Yep.
So,
Yeah. Well, I really appreciate you, brother. This is here for my man Maurice Cheatham, and Ni is your local name, right?
Niayete.
Yeah.
But they call me Mo. Everybody just calls me Mo.
Yeah, everybody calls you Mo. Yeah, and on behalf of you and everything that you're doing in Ghana, this is King Anan. Make sure you go ahead and if you have any questions about anything that we talked about on this video, make sure you go ahead and comment below, like this video, share this video with your friends and family. Sharing is caring. And I'm gonna leave all his most information in the description box, so you can reach out to him if you have any questions about Ghana, what he's doing in Ghana. If you want to partner with him, definitely go ahead and reach out to him, and then we can all build together as as a family and move on. Okay, so again, this is Ken Anan signing out, and I'll catch you on the next video.
Peace, brother. Thank you.
All right, brother.